Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another vlog. So I'm up. It is 7:41. I got up about 7:20 today. And let me just tell y'all, it might just be a one-time thing, or either we're coming out of the regression and we're gonna have a few good weeks to a month. Are you smiling at Mom? Are you smiling at me? He's smiling. I might give y'all a little peek of my little man because he's just so cute. But we have been going on probably a month or so of the 30-45 minute naps, which are very normal for my research for his age, because babies only, basically from what I read, they can sleep for one sleep cycle and then they wake up and they have trouble like connecting it to the next one, so they'll wake up after like 30-45 minutes, and we've been going through it with that for the last month. But yesterday, girl, I don't know what the hell happened. First nap of the day, he slept for like an hour and a half, and I was like, okay, awesome. The second nap of the day, I'm like, for sure he's not gonna sleep that long. It's gonna be a 30-minute. He slept for 2.5 hours. And I was like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on? And then I will say I'm blessed with nighttime sleep already, because usually he sleeps from like 7 p.m. to 4, 5, 6. But last night, my little man slept from 7:30 to basically 7:30. I think I went in there and finally got him up about 7:20 because I don't want him to sleep for over 12 hours. I just feel like that's enough. I don't want him to not nap today. Like, I didn't know how long this was going to keep going, and he was starting to stir, so I was like, I'm just going to get him up and go ahead and feed him, because this is the time he usually feeds. I gotta do better about getting my water in during the day. I have been slacking. But yeah, my little man slept for 12 hours straight. No wake ups. Well, obviously he woke up, but he didn't wake me up, as in like, babies are gonna wake up. If you're sitting there watching the monitor like me, like I wake up throughout the night and I'll like check in on the monitor. He'll wake up, you'll see him open his eyes, and he'll start doing the head thing where he's trying to soothe himself back to sleep. But he didn't officially cry for me to come in there. Like, I didn't have to go in not one time and put a passy. He didn't eat last night at all. And everybody's different about when their baby gets weaned off the bottle. But my baby has not had a night bottle since like 2 months old. Y'all might think that's crazy, but I'm for real. He eats a lot during the day. He eats like 28 to 29, 30 ounces a day. So he doesn't eat in the night. He don't wake up to eat. So yeah, I just couldn't even get out of bed this morning. Like, I was not even tired. I was just tossing and turning. Like, I couldn't even sleep. But I was like, oh my God, he's sleeping till 7:30. I need to sleep till 7:30. So we had a 12-hour night, y'all. Give me a clap emoji in the comments for this awesome milestone. And I will keep y'all updated, because I felt like we were going through a regression, because for the last like 2 weeks he was sleeping from 7 to 4, and then he would start waking up in like 30-minute intervals until we got up at 7. And then last night it kind of just stopped, and he didn't get up at 4. He didn't get up at 4:30. He didn't get up at 5. He slept from 7 to basically 7:30. We are proud of you, little dude. You are killing it. You are awesome. So he just had his bottle. And y'all might think this is crazy. His first bottle of the day is 8 ounces. You know what? I don't give a fuck if anybody thinks it's crazy, because this is my baby and we do what's right for us. And basically, he's on a bit of a feeding schedule. I've taken sleep tips and feeding tips from different articles, different books, and I'm kind of put my own little twist on things. But I have this book, and I haven't even read the whole book, but it's called 12 Hours Sleep by 12 Weeks Old, which he is doing. I haven't followed the full book, but her first step in the book is getting them on a feeding schedule of 4 bottles a day every 4 hours. So since he only has 4 bottles a day, he eats more in each bottle. So like when I tell y'all he eats 28, 29, 30 ounces a day, he does, because he only has 4 bottles a day. And then I think the point of it being every 4 hours is it teaches him to go longer without feeding, which I think in turn helps him in the night. Is the gist I get of it. But I haven't done like the last part of her book, I believe, is sleep training. I did not do sleep training because he's not old enough. We've kind of just progressively, slowly, very gently since he was born tried to teach him to fall asleep alone in the crib. Like I didn't really follow anything. I just had it in my mind, like, I'm gonna just start putting him in the crib for naps and like trying to help him fall asleep. So I remember the first time I did it was like, you know what, instead of rocking him today, I'm gonna try to do the whole drowsy but awake thing. And I tried that at like maybe 2 months, 1.5 months, I can't remember, where I rocked him, got him decently sleepy, but not fully asleep. I put him in his Magic Merlin sleep suit. I had his passy, and I sat him in the crib. And obviously he didn't just go to sleep, but I sat beside him and I just kind of put my hand on his chest and like rubbed and kind of rocked his body until he fell asleep. And I did that for like days on days until finally I was like, okay, let's bump it up a notch. So I put him in there drowsy, and instead of standing there rubbing him the whole time until he fell asleep, I just stood beside the crib, like right there. He could see me, and if he would spit out his passy and cry, I would come over, put it in, rub him for a second, then back up right beside the crib, and I would just stand there until he fell asleep, and then I would leave. And I did that for days. And then I finally progressed to, I put him down, and I would stand in the room, but I would get like farther from the crib. And like, I'm not letting my baby scream and cry, y'all. Don't be fooled. He's not screaming or crying. Like, if he got upset, I would directly come right back, put the passy in, sit there and rub him for a few minutes. Are you shitting? Oh, yeah. I know those sounds. He said, I'm taking a shit. And then finally we progressed to, I think, I was putting him in the crib drowsy, and I would just leave the room. And this one's where it really gets hard, because it's like you're coming in every 5 seconds to re-put the passy in, rub him. But I just did these tiny progressions, like really slowly, and I would do them for days on days. And eventually it got to the point where now our nap time routine is I put him in his suit, I give him his passy, I give him some kisses, and I lay him down fully awake. I do not rock him. He's fully awake. I don't feed him to sleep with a bottle. And I just lay him down. I leave the room, and he usually falls asleep within 2 or 3 minutes. And I know that's fucking crazy. I know, because I've been on the mom groups. I know there's a lot of babies at this age are not doing that. I know. I get it. But I feel blessed. And I also feel thankful that I just had it in my mind to slowly start trying those things, because I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, he's a miracle baby, but it's not like I just put him in the crib and he just fell asleep. Like I said, I was doing these slow progressions for weeks. Like, he wasn't just like, oh, I put him in the crib drowsy but awake and he went to sleep. No, like, I was slowly practicing with him in very small steps for weeks. And now he's doing the damn thing. I don't know. But that's our sleep journey right now. So he's a very good independent sleeper. Even for bedtime, I don't feed him to sleep. He eats, he stays up for 30 minutes, and then I put him in the crib fully awake. Same for nap time. He doesn't feed to sleep. He could have ate 3 hours ago and he'll still go down for a nap. And he doesn't need to be rocked. Nothing. All he needs is his magic sleep suit and a pacifier. And that's something we're going to have to break eventually too. Because I know he can't stay in the sleep suit forever. It's just going to suck. And he can't do the pacifier forever. But where we're at right now with him just going to sleep independently and sleeping for really long stretches through the night and not having to feed. Like, I'm happy with that. So that's our journey, if there's any mamas curious out there. So this is his outfit of the day. We have the little dinosaurs, the gray socks, and that's all I'm gonna give y'all. I just really wanted to show y'all a little peek of him because he's just so adorable. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to take advantage of my son and just be like splattering him on the internet constantly. But if I give y'all a little peek here and there, I'm okay with that because he's just so adorable and I just want to share him. I love him. He's just the cutest little thing I've ever seen in my life. And you know what? These are vlogs I can look back on one day and I can, you know, see where I was in my mom journey and see where Remy was. So if I show a little peek of him, it is what it is. The whole vlog's never going to be just like Remy in your face. That's never going to happen. But a little peek here and there, I don't think it hurts. So